issues. Wake up. This is Neutral Voices, we gon' deal with the issues. Your voice matters, your thoughts count, your opinions important, so you gotta speak out. Don't let your chance to be heard pass by. Spare not, let me hear you now. Crowd, shout it out, real loud. Everybody wake up, shout it out, real loud. Everybody wake up, wake up. No time for sleeping on the issues. This is Neutral Voices, we gon' deal with the issues. Wake up. This is Neutral Voices, we gon' deal with the issues. Your voice matters, your thoughts count, your opinions important, so you gotta speak out. Don't let your chance to be heard pass by. Spare not, let me hear you now. Crowd, shout it out, real loud. Everybody wake up, shout it out, real loud. Everybody wake up, wake up. No time for sleeping on the issues. This is Neutral Voices, we gon' deal with the issues. Wake up. This is Neutral Voices, we gon' deal with the issues. Your voice matters, your thoughts count, your opinions important, so you gotta speak out. Don't let your chance to be heard pass by. Spare not, let me hear you now. Crowd, shout it out, real loud. Everybody wake up, shout it out, real loud. Everybody wake up, wake up. No time for sleeping on the issues. This is Neutral Voices, we gon' deal with the issues. Wake up. Wake up, no time for sleeping on the issues. This is Neutral Voices, we gon' deal with the issues.
Welcome, Envy family. It is Tuesday, our What's Going On segment, where we talk about what's going on abroad as well as right here in our community. So we ask you to join us. If you learned something, please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, share with your friends, and tell someone about Neutral Voices Network.
Yes, yes.
Long weekend.
Long weekend.
Beautiful
Great
weekend.
Great weekend.
Great weekend. Beautiful
a hot
weather. It was hot.
It was hot.
Very hot.
You went
So-
to you went to the lake
I did.
and you didn't invite the family.
Okay, so
You invite the Envy family to come to the lake and chill.
everybody's invited to the lake. Everybody, all the Envy
Everybody's-
family.
All right, we're gonna show up.
We're gonna show up.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
show
show
up in
out.
droves.
Yeah, you're gonna show out. That's why you're not invited.
We're gonna show up and show out.
Right.
Let's talk about Bill Cosby for a minute.
All right.
It's all over the place.
Been over the place.
All over the place with pudding pops and he's 83.
83.
83. I didn't know he was 83.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an old man.
Yeah. He
He
was old.
is an old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's old.
You got to think though, the charges was like 35, 40 years old, so you got to factor that in.
Yeah,
So
they
it was
went back
crazy.
to the 70s.
Yeah, so you got to factor that in. But Bill Cosby, now, I'm going to say this. It's not a question of guilt and innocence on my behalf with Bill Cosby. It's a question of a fair trial. Bill Cosby did not receive a fair trial. So therefore, that's why his conviction was vacated, because of the use of old evidence, things from a SEAL deposition that he had many years before, and witnesses that should not have been called. So he was convicted on a lot of evidence that should not have been introduced. So therefore, he didn't get a fair trial. So it's not a question about guilt, innocence. It's a question about fairness and justice.
So why did it take him 2 years to
Yeah,
figure
that's
this
what
one out?
right. If
I mean,
that's
the
so
question.
clear and
If
cut
it's
and
so
dry.
clear, yeah. Why did it take him 2 years to figure this part out?
That I don't know. That's the court system. You got to go ask the court system in Philadelphia, because they're the ones that's done it. But it was a blatant violation of all his rights. So therefore,
Well, they knew that going into the trial.
yes.
So if they knew that going into the trial, why would you still do that? I mean, since they knew they violated all his rights, whoever put him on trial should go on trial
Yeah,
for violating his rights.
he talking about suits. He talking about a lawsuit. But there's been some fallout behind that, because Felicia Rashad was actually going to be a dean of I don't remember what it was, but it had to do with the School of Arts. She was a dean over a program in the School of Arts. She actually lost her job, or they're going to rescind her offer or something, because she tweeted that justice is being served. She never, ever said Bill Cosby was guilty or innocent. She was like other people, saying that since there was a miscarriage of justice, it was corrected and the right thing happened. But they was like, oh, you don't support sexual abuse victims and rape victims. She said, I never said that. She said, I respect everything about rape victims, sexual assault victims. I just wanted to see proper justice done. And in Bill Cosby case, there was no proper justice done.
So much for free speech again.
At what cost?
At what? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
You know that's my saying.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too. And I mean, speaking of Me Too, was this a Me Too movement? I mean, we'll never know. But I think anytime somebody that's in the limelight, gets in trouble or something like that, there's a lot of people who just jump on the bandwagon. Not to discount, any kind of, like you said, sexual assault or whatever. That's very serious. But I
Right.
mean, we'll never know. And for her to tweet something like that, she could have meant anything. People just grab that and roll with it, and then it affects your life.
Right. But, again, it's not about his guilt or it's not about his innocence. It's about a fair trial.
Wow.
Yeah, but Bill is out. Is R. Kelly next? That's my only question. Is R. Kelly next?
No, they finna fry him.
I hope R.
sorry.
Kelly makes some more music, whether he's in there or out.
No,
Nah, he ain't gonna make no
nothing.
more music. No.
He needs.
No, they finna
Trapped
fry
in the closet would not play well
right.
where R. Kelly is.
I mean,
That's going to take a whole nother connotation.
they're trying to hit him in like 10 different states.
Yeah.
So one of them, if he get off on one, he got 9 more to try to
So
battle.
there was something wrong with the little bump and grind. In his
That was a
case.
lot
There
wrong.
was a lot.
There
There
was
was
a lot wrong.
What else?
What did he say? You may be young, but you're ready?
No, that's Keith
That's
Sweat.
Keith Sweat. My bad.
Come on, leave Keith alone. We don't bring Keith.
Hey, did
into
y'all
this.
watch the verses? Him and
Yes.
Bobby Brown.
Yes.
What you think about it?
I think people sleep on the talent that Bobby Brown has and the music that Bobby Brown put out. Keith is good, but Bobby put out hits. Bobby
Keith
is
put
a
out hits
man,
too.
Bobby is
But
a performer.
But Keith also wrote. I didn't know he wrote a lot of songs.
Yes, Keith Sweat is a writer. Yes.
That joker wrote half of the '90s catalog.
Yeah. He the one brought Teddy Riley back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I sat and watched some of the verses. I'm like, this dude wrote this song? He wrote this song? And he
Just
kept
got
saying,
paid.
my pen is sharp. My pen is sharp. Yeah, your pen was on point.
Yeah, Keith is a man.
Speaking of music, we at the Envy family visited the Clyde, the club room, the other night. Very laid back environment, good food, good desserts, live entertainment, and I think they have something Tuesday through what is it? Sunday? Tuesday
Yes.
through Sunday. So check it out. If you want us to come to your establishment, just let us know. I know there were a lot of comments last time asking us to come to restaurants or whatsoever. So we would
coming.
love
We
to come
coming.
visit
What-
your establishment.
What's the place?
It's so nice.
Yes.
Oh,
We're
yes.
coming.
We
Yeah.
coming. Open up your doors. Let us know when it comes.
Let us know when
I
you
heard
want
those
us to come.
oxtails are fire, so I'm
Reservation.
coming and get
We,
them.
we coming in. We going to tear the wall down. We coming in.
Shakari, all over the news. In fact, we talked about her last week. Totally
Yes.
different story.
Right.
So now she's back front and center
Mm-hmm.
for marijuana.
Well,
Go ahead.
all right.
I'm going to let you go.
I just have a few issues with this, and it's not. I'm gonna talk about the marijuana, then I'm gonna get deeper. First of all, she tested positive in a state where it's legal.
Mhm.
There's 19 to 20 states that it's legal in the U.S. In the state that she tested positive in, it's a recreational use state. So I know rules are rules, but I mean, come on, it's legal in that state.
Well, you have to also understand, yes, rules are rules. It's illegal in that state, but it's still in the U.S. Olympics bylaws.
Right,
I can
right.
understand.
You
that.
have to respect
Right,
that.
because they can put anything in there. They could put you cannot eat steak 2 days before you run. Whatever they put in there, that's a rule. It's a rule for everyone. But I think what this does is brings awareness because marijuana is not a performance enhancer. Anybody who has any experience knows that it's not. It doesn't
She
enhance
sound
your
like she's-
performance.
Are you speaking from
A friend of
experience?
mine gave me this
You sounded
information.
you sounded a little passionate
Yeah,
about that. You know,
was-
from
you was
experience.
a little strong about that.
And you bring it up that it's
Well-
legal. It's legal. We could drive an hour away. It's legal so many places. So
Every
I mean,
state but Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana,
Absolutely.
Ohio, Illinois, and Michigan, it's legal.
Mhm.
But see, I mean, like I said, rules are rules.
Right.
And I feel bad that she's in this predicament because she would have showed the world who she really
Yep.
is.
Yes.
And she still has the chance to show the world who she is.
Absolutely.
She gonna keep her head up. She gonna keep moving. And I believe in that. That's first things first. But at the end of the day, you gonna give her 30-day suspension, just enough time so she can missed the Olympics.
Exactly.
To me, now that's some BS.
timing.
Yeah,
Right.
that timing is all off. That's wrong, and they know it is. They didn't want to see that orange hair, blue hair, or whatever color hair she gonna run in that day take the world by storm.
Right.
And the funny part about it now, she's taking the world by storm now because she got so many people that's supporting her. And that's what they really fail to realize. She
Right.
got so many people that's supporting her and keeping her, encouraging her that your bad press is going to end up making her good press.
Yeah. Seth Rogen said if smoking weed made you faster, he would be Florence Griffith Joyner. That's what Seth Rogen said.
Well,
Yes.
people have a
mean-
lot of opinions about this, and every time she gave a statement the other day, and she was, just a sentence in here. She said, "I want to take responsibility for my actions. I
Right.
apologize for my fans." So she knows, okay, I messed up. I
Right.
messed up. But this is being so blown up. But here's my thing: is you can have a private part, you can have a penis to be in women's Olympics now, but you cannot
I'm
indulge
about to go there.
in a plant.
Oh, there we go. You
So-
open the door. Can I get in on that?
Bleep it out. Plant versus. I mean, do whatever you got to do, but
Yeah.
let's be real.
Let's be real.
Go get it.
I agree. What drugs are legal and what drugs are illegal? All right, you say performance enhancing drugs. Okay. That's HGH or any other steroid, correct? Now,
Or any other hormone.
that's where I was
Yeah,
about
exactly.
to go. That's where I was about to go. You got me right there. Now, so there's an Australian weightlifter. Her last name is Hubbard. Her last name. But her was born a him. Now, for her to compete with the females, she has to take drugs to keep her testosterone levels low enough that she can test and compete as a female. So you're telling me if that's not a performance enhancing or enabling drug, what is it? So all I got to do is say, I'm a woman, I want to compete against women, and y'all ain't got a problem with that.
But you got a problem with a young 21-year-old put one in the air.
So what drugs should or should not be banned?
Right.
If
Right.
that's not performance enhancing,
Right.
explain to me what
I
it
mean,
is.
just off that ground alone, it should be a bunch of controversy and protests. Just off that alone. It is crazy how they forcing people to accept something that's not right.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's just not right. There's no way a man should compete in a woman's.
No
way.
way. No way.
I don't care if you was born John A. Just because you turned into Josina, that don't make you, right to perform with a female. That does not work. Period.
That doesn't work. I'm
That's
with
wrong.
That. I'm with that. I'm
Right.
with that.
Right.
So-
That would make Josina go smoke some.
I'm just saying, but I mean, let's look at it logically.
yes.
And that's
Because
how,
that person got to take all kinds of hormone pills to transform into that woman. So if that's not, like he said, a performance enhancement, then what is it?
right. Right. And I mean, like I said, I get rules are rules. I can put anything they want in there, but I bet she comes back, and I bet she comes back strong.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Yeah, she
anything,
ain't
that
done.
this is going to fuel her. She is not done. I don't think we're done hearing about
Yeah, because
her.
I heard to me, she's done. She's done. No, she's not.
No, I think
It-
she's going to come back strong.
I think she's gonna come back and dominate the next 4 to 5
yeah.
years.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Flojo was what? In her
30,
mid
33 when she won.
Yeah.
She was 33.
yeah.
Come on now.
While we're on the Olympics, I ran across something that was quite interesting about swim caps that were designed for natural black hair are not allowed.
Right.
So I got to reading a little bit more, and I found an article that talks about how black women athletes are still being scrutinized ahead of the Olympics despite
Right.
their successes. So there's all kinds of things now. I mean, a swim cap is not allowed
Right.
because there's a whole paragraph
it
on
doesn't
it.
fit the shape of the
Right,
head
it doesn't-
naturally.
Yeah,
Is that
so,
what it
so
says?
what are these black women athletes supposed to do with their head?
They can't wear what
I mean,
is it
let's
called?
be-
Hijabis? Am I saying that? A hijab? Is that the?
But
the
you have
Muslim
white
one?
women
Yeah.
with my hair probably wouldn't fit under there like that either. I mean, so now you're picking on the black women because they're starting to show up everywhere and dominate.
Yeah.
So the swim cap thing was ridiculous. I mean, there's some other things too that talks about racial propaganda, and it just kind of feels like they're attacking the black woman.
Well, there's several female African track athletes that they're saying that they can't compete because they test high for their natural testosterone. But again, that goes back to this woman that was a man. Now he has to. It's just crazy.
So confusing.
It's crazy.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
I mean, it just we see how the world's operating, so we don't have to adapt accordingly. You know, me personally, with all that's going on in the Olympics, I would say boycott it.
Yeah.
Athletes
and people are talking about that.
Black athletes need to boycott it because it's some fact that let me know that you don't respect me
Right.
as a human
Right.
at all. If you could ban somebody for 30 days for smoking weed, but you let transgender perform with the females, that let me know.
I can't get behind
Right,
that.
if you're modernizing all of that and accepting all of that, why can't you modernize those set of rules that you wrote
My thing, you're right.
a long time ago?
Why you can't modernize smoking THC?
Right,
Everybody else has done
right. Yeah, that's a whole nother
That's
show.
a whole conversation.
Whole nother
You
conversation.
don't want to get in on that conversation. You sound like
She
she
wanna-
experienced.
Yeah.
I got a friend of a friend of a friend.
Named Jillian.
Did you guys, Josephina? Did you guys? Have you followed the collapse in Florida of that condo?
Yeah.
Absolutely
you can't do
terrible.
anything but watch it. With the death toll, I think it's at 32.
Yeah, it was at 32. Another,
Still 114 missing or something like that.
and they're talking about, I don't know if they did it already, but having to bring the rest of it down.
Yeah.
And there was an inspection a while back where one of the engineers said something. So I mean, I think that's going to be an issue. But that's just kind of, I've been following that, and it's just absolutely crazy, absolutely sad. So prayers going out to all of those people.
Yeah, there was another complex somewhere in that same vicinity that they started evacuating because it was built on the same structure. So, it was terrible. Man, that is crazy. Where we at?
I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question. What are some of the things this city provides that's great for visitors?
The city,
It's a
Fort
zoo.
Wayne.
the zoo, I would say first and foremost. Anybody that likes the trails, there are a lot of like biking trails, hiking trails, dog walks, a lot of that kind of stuff.
Art museums.
Yes, the art museum.
Jobs.
The cathedral downtown.
Town.
The cathedral of
Yeah.
the Immaculate Conception.
Yeah, I was reading this very interesting article about Fort Wayne. It's the most amazing things to do in Fort Wayne. And one of the things they talk about is the dining. The
Dining?
food.
Oh yeah,
Really?
right.
The food here in Fort Wayne.
Right.
I feel you.
I mean,
feel
they
you.
talked about the oyster
Is that why
club.
we one of the fattest cities in the country?
Well, hey, you have to. Yeah, well, I'm not fat. I'm
Speak for yourself, Clarence.
Hey,
not
they
fat.
said it. I'm
not
just read
fat.
the article.
But yeah, I mean, I was reading an article about how the dining and the zoo and it's like Fort Wayne is starting to grow.
Yes.
It is, and a lot of people, I remember growing up, I mean, I grew up an hour from Fort Wayne, so like to come to a movie theater or whatever, we had to come here. So like this is where people land, and I think even over the last couple of years, you can't walk into a restaurant and not have to sit there and wait on a Friday and Saturday night. I mean, it's crazy how everything is just kind of back to normal.
Well, not only that, but Fort Wayne is. I know 2 years ago it was the number one minor league city. I don't know where we fall in now, considering COVID slowed a lot of things down. But with that, the Comets just won another championship.
Yeah, they
They
just won the
another
Rally Cup.
championship. Yeah, so and they've been doing this historically. So I mean, Fort Wayne with the Tin Caps, they've won championships. St. Francis has won championships, and now they have this new soccer club. It is a mid-level city for sports. So, we got that. We got a lot of, sports people that's NBA players, NFL players, baseball players that have come out of Fort Wayne. So that's one of the things that for Fort Wayne, too, is, their athletics and everything. So Fort Wayne is pretty good in some of the things they do.
And yeah.
Yeah, we got some work.
Yeah, I mean, as a city.
I mean, we got some work to do in the city, but one of the key things I like about I'm starting to like about the city that it is starting to be a modern city, and that's one thing. It is starting to be a little modern, and things starting to go up. But I just would love to see the southeast side of town gets some of that love.
Yeah.
Outside the murals that they painting up
Oh,
on
you
some.
hit it. I was just about to get there. Oh.
Oh, you seen the one on Unity?
Yes. Yes.
Man, that's nice.
Yes.
I love those. I
Yeah,
love seeing those.
The murals that they putting up all over the place. I mean, it's gonna beautify the south side of town, but we also need businesses to make us really prosper.
And to support the businesses when they actually show up.
Show up, yeah. We ain't gotta go out north.
Right.
You know, I'm actually indifferent with these murals, because we had actually sat in a conference and they were talking about things that could attract things in the southeast side of town, what would make the southeast side of town better. And there was a company that was contracted. I don't know if they were out of Cincinnati or northern Kentucky. But one of the things they said was, well, why don't you paint murals on buildings of people that look like you? And I found that so offensive. Instead of bringing our business there, you're just saying just put up a little paint that's supposed to make us feel better and look better and everything.
Well, once again, you already know that's the pacifying.
But I'm still saying, I don't believe the city fell for that.
It fell for it.
We're just getting murals where everywhere else, Jefferson Point is expanding. More restaurants are coming in Jefferson Point. Out on DuPont, it's expanding. But we get murals? Come on now. I can't ride with that.
I give you that. I'm 100 with you. Because we got a Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's what they told me.
Right.
Well, you got a Taco Bell.
Right.
But,
right.
I mean, it's just, I look at it like the city is getting bigger and it's starting to modernize. I'm wholeheartedly agree with you. We need businesses on this side of town. So that's one thing that we really have to come together as a community and tell them this is what we want. We don't want just you throwing these murals up around the city.
Right. And, you know, we followed Ty Simmons and everything that he's done in the city. So he's got, you know, the Utopia grocery store, which is also a restaurant.
Yeah.
That restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner. That place should be packed.
Right.
There is no reason that people from this side of town are driving to Bob Evans or Cracker Barrel or whatever when you can drive 10 minutes and have a good breakfast.
That's
that
true.
place should be packed.
Yes, that's
so you
true.
we can't talk about wanting businesses to come to the city, and then when they come, you're still driving out north 30 minutes to spend your money.
That's true. That's
absolutely
that's a great
correct.
Point. I can't argue with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not at all.
So, anyways, thank you for spending the evening with us on our What's Going On episode. I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Join us tomorrow for our Wednesday Night Live, where we talk about love and loving yourself. We are the Neutral Voices Network, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Sleeping on the issues. This is Neutral Voices. We gon'